Alright, first things first, don't mind the extended intro there. That's just me being a Brian Grant superfan. But yeah, today we got a bit of a crystal opening, a bit of a rank up video, and a bit of a preview of some characters that are gonna carry the channel through the spooky season. And yeah, so I bought this Scream bundle because I saw potential in this champion. And so I did some testing on the content creator program beta server, and yeah, I'm fully invested in this character. I think that she honestly has so much potential as a just 10 out of 10 damage dealer with some pretty good utility bits to accommodate that as well. But first things first, I gotta open some crystals, and who I'm hunting here is a 6-star version or 7-star version of Shothra, because I have massive FOMO when it comes to that character, and I really just want to get any star version that I can take up and ascend, because I think Shothra is a really cool character too, but I feel like there's a bit to talk about with her, especially since she is the Summoner's Choice champion. And for being a Summoner's Choice champion, I just haven't heard much about her at all. Like, she is hardly getting any coverage, at least from what I've seen, right? Like, maybe I'm just not really on the YouTube scene that much anymore, but I just swear I haven't really seen much about her. And it's crazy because she is a Summoner's Choice champion. Like, the vote between her and Black Tarantula was honestly one of the best times of MCOC. Like, it was so, like, fun seeing how the community was just, like, you know, going for one or the other. And it was such a close result. But I just thought there'd be more hype around this character. But I really haven't seen much about Shothra. But now we got this next crystal here, and it has been dry. Like, we've only got 5-star characters, and there's that 7-star Scream just teasing us. Thankfully, Scream needs max sig, so like if I miss out on 7-star Scream, it's okay, because I think the 6-star is better anyway. But yeah, now we got this crystal right here. I need something good. It's been so dry. Like, literally any good pull will just bring this back up immediately. So this crystal's gonna stop, and it's gonna land on a 7-star version of Iron Man. That's really good. I think that Iron Man is a really good character still. Like, his buff was like one of the highlights of the closing parts of 2023. And yeah, honestly, very good champion, really fun to play. And with Superior Iron Man being buffed and all that, they just go so well together. So yeah, I'll take it for sure. Next crystal though, are we going to get another great pull? Back to reality, that's fine. That's expected. So yeah, I'll take a 7-star. Like, that doesn't make it completely worth it in my opinion, but it's a nice little help to make me feel less bad about spending $100 on a character. But it's okay. We still got 6 crystals. I still have hope that I can get at least like 1 copy of Shothra. So let's go. We got 6 more of these, 6 more tries for it. And yeah, I should have just bought her bundle, man. But no, here I am gambling at a shot at 6-star Shothra. But let's pop the crystals right about, when am I going to do it? Right now. And I see something new. And I have a lot of hope right now. And there we go. We got the 6-star Shothra. That is amazing. Like, that's what I kind of bought this for, because yeah, I wanted Scream obviously, but the next best thing was getting a Shothra copy. So there we go, got both Scream and Shothra, the 2 ladies that are gonna honestly carry this channel maybe for like for the entirety of the spooky season. But that's just so fun, because I've said it a lot before, but I play this game to collect new characters and play with the new champions, and getting both of them like as 6 stars when we're getting so much Ascension dust right now, you love to see it. Like, they're gonna go up, like, spoiler, right? I mean, spoiler, but you already knew it because of the title of this video probably. But now we got this 7-star crystal here, and I just want to see that Kindred Awakening. I will say that until the day I croak. I just want to see a 7-star Kindred dupe, and the crystal's going to land on a 7-star version of Sorcerer Supreme. Now, I'll take this. I think that Sorcerer Supreme is a very good champion, especially as a 7-star, and like having a max sig or like high sig one just gives her more damage output, which is obviously her biggest weakness, I want to say. So yeah, like, I'll take that for sure. But now it's time for the level ups, and this Scream one is not gonna be an easy one. Like, I'm taking 2 champions from rank 1 to rank 5 ascended, so it's gonna be a struggle for sure. And then I checked my ISO stash, and yeah, it's gonna be a like a really big struggle. So yeah, you're gonna join me on this journey, okay? We're gonna struggle together with this rank up, and you're gonna see like what I have to go through to make these dang like gameplay videos after doing like the rank up. Because you know, the rank up videos or like the showcase videos are fun, but the process of ranking up the champion, oh man, it's sometimes very miserable. But I'll talk about Scream for a bit as we get her ranked up. So the thing with Scream, what I like about her so much is the fact that she just has damage output. Like, that feels so mean to say, but I swear 2024 champions are just allergic to dealing good damage, it feels like. Like, we have some that are pretty good damage dealers, but we don't have any that are dedicated damage dealers, and I feel like Scream is a dedicated damage dealer, and we just haven't really seen that this year. So of course, like, the first time we see that this year, I'm just gonna go for that champion immediately because I want that. Like, I want a character that is just, yo, I'm gonna do damage and you're gonna have fun. And like, Scream is that. Scream is just like, I'm gonna do damage and it's gonna be a really fun time. But the cool thing about her is that she has utility too. She has great utility against like tech characters with armor up. She has great utility against Spider-Verse characters. She has like 1,000 debuffs and like 1,000 armor breaks and bleeds. So she's pretty good for like any debuff scenario, any buff scenario, because she has a ton of buffs also. Like, this character has a lot of stuff. She is a very, not even complex character, just like, she's filled with a lot of stuff in her kit, but the cool part is she isn't even complex at all. She's honestly very easy to play, so that's also another massive benefit to this champion, just being so easy to play in in an era where like characters have to shine or they have to stand out because of like how complicated they are to play, right? Like, I feel like that's the only way characters really shine and like stand out these days is if they're just super complex and super complicated, and like sometimes that doesn't even pay off for them and they just get like binned, right? But no, Scream's ease of use is absolutely top tier, such a simple champion to play, and there's the rank 5 for Scream. But as you can see, I am kind of in the bin ISO wise, so I have to try to like just get some sort of ISO somewhere. And as you can see, like, my crystal stash is kind of hurting as well, because I opened, I think, 10,000 crystals while I was watching Brian Grant's like massive crystal opening stream, which is kind of crazy how like that was, I don't want to say all for nothing, but you know, I didn't know an egg was worth that many points. But yeah, if I had an egg, I would have done it too, to be fair. But yeah, just trying to get some ISO at this point. Want to get some cosmic stuff, and I'm getting like a lot of cosmic stuff, thankfully. I got like, what, 4 cosmic characters and like 6 crystals. I'll take that. That's what I want to see. But yeah, I'm like out of crystals now too, so if I can't get her to level 65 at this point, I'm kind of just cooked. So let's see what I can do here. But yeah, she's rank 5 at least, like that's all that matters. And if I can't get her up all the way, it is what it is, right? But also note that one thing that's been struggling throughout this entire video, besides my voice for some reason, is my gold. My gold is getting absolutely just destroyed with these rank ups, and this is rank up 1 of 2, by the way. I have to do another rank 1 to rank 6 ascension with Shothra. Like, that's thankfully I have a trick up my sleeve for Shothra, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, there's level 43. We are so close, and I just like kind of just give up. I'm just like, okay, I'll just use the basic ISO. Why not? This is apparently a cardinal sin in MCOC, but you know what? I don't really care. I'll just I'll do it. I just want to get her leveled up, man, because I am so excited to play this champion. Despite me playing her a bit in the content creator program beta server, it's just like a different feeling playing them when like they are on your main account, like not in a beta server. I don't know, it just feels better. But yeah, Ascended, rank 5. Let's awaken her now and give her all the SIGs, because she does want SIG 200, which is why I was so adamant about buying the 6-star version instead of waiting for like the 7-star version potentially, because if I got a 7-star Scream, that's cool, but most of her utility is locked behind max SIG, which, you know, that might be like the one flaw of this champion, because I don't really like characters that have so much locked behind their awakened ability, but this just makes the 6-star version feel so much better and like actually worth $100. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if a 6-star is ever going to be worth $100, but this is one of the cases where it feels a lot better to make the purchase than like other times. But yeah, here is the max SIG, and there is Scream at rank 5 SIG 200 and Ascended. But now we got Shothra here, and the trick I had up my sleeve was the fact that I have like 700 Mystic ISO for some reason. And no, I know why I have it. It's because I used to buy the daily deals like all the time, and I'd always pick Mystic because I told myself I'm gonna buy Shothra when she comes out, but then I never bought Shothra. So I've just been waiting like to rank up a Mystic champion, and well, in the end it was Shothra, just like at the wrong time though. But you know what? It is what it is, man. We got Shothra finally, and if I didn't get this champion, the FOMO would have been off the charts for me, right? Because, you know, Shothra, like, if it was any other character that I just missed randomly, it is what it is, right? But this is the Summoner's Choice champion that I feel like really does need a spotlight on her, and I'm not saying that my channel is a spotlight, I'm just saying that I could post stuff on her, see, like, how that turns out, because who knows, maybe this character just like isn't a draw, she just like is kind of forgotten already, which would be terrible, right? Because she is a Summoner's Choice champ, but maybe that's just how it is. But there I got a 3 to 4 Glorious Games gem. I used my 4 to 5 one on a different character, more on that in another video. Who would have thunk it, right? I got so many videos to make, but it's okay. First we got to get this character up, but now we're at level 55 pretty much, so now it's just time for rank 5. But as you can see, I messed up because 1, I don't even have the catalyst for it, but 2, I don't have the gold for it, man. Gold, I swear, gold is my nemesis in this game. I will never be satisfied with my gold. Like, at one point I was like at 20 something million gold, and now here I am scraping the bottom of the barrel again. Like, I don't know how this happens, man. Like, I wish I had as much gold as, like, you know, Brian Grant. Even Brian Grant has like a ton of gold, and I'm like a whale compared to him because he's literally free to play. So it's like, how am I struggling this much when like I'm the one that spends money and like should have the advantage over other players? I'll never get it. But yeah, there's rank 5, and let's just get some ISO into this character. Also, I had a feeling that I might have like lost my touch with yapping, but no, I've been doing pretty good like throughout this whole video. I haven't run out of things to talk about at all, and I can honestly talk about these characters for like 20 more minutes, but I'll save that for their own individual videos, unless I do a dual showcase again, because honestly, the dual showcases kind of pop off view-wise. Like, I think people enjoy like having, I guess, the option to pick in one video who they want to watch. Like, you know, I did the Morbius and Immortal Hulk one, and I think more people picked the Morbius side of the video, which was surprising to me, to be honest. But like, yeah, those are really fun to do if the characters, like, you know, relate somehow. I think it's a fun show, like, it's a fun showcase structure for sure. But yeah, now it's time to, this is what we call Desperation Station, as Seaton would say. Yeah, this is like bottom of the barrel type of stuff, man. I'm selling tier 4 catalysts. You know, I don't know how it got like this, man. I hope it never gets like this again, but this is rough. Like, this is how you know you're in a bad spot gold wise, bro. It's just, let's see, what am I selling now? I think I'm selling like a tier 5 catalyst. Yeah, never do this. If you're watching this video and you're like not really at the end game yet, never sell your tier 5 catalyst. Those things are like rarer than tier 6 sometimes. I feel like it is rough. But yeah, here's the Ascension. My gold is cooked, my ISO is cooked, everything on my account is just cooked. But hey, I got 2 new characters at rank 5 ascended, and it feels really good, to be honest. So there's Shothra. Let's take her up to max sig. Got these glorious game sig stones waiting for her. And yeah, this is exciting, man. Like, playing with 2 new characters, it is the best feeling that you can get in this game, in my opinion at least. So yeah, let's take her up to sig 153. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of the journey of the rank up part of this video. And you know, this is what it looks like when a YouTuber has to take up a champion for a showcase video. Like, it is sometimes rough out here, man. So I wanted to take y'all on that journey just so you can see how, like, yeah, sometimes it's just not too fun. But now let's go to work. Let's talk about the gameplay of these characters. So Shothra, what you want to do is you want to build up eggs and then drop your SP1 or 2 to hatch those eggs. Then use your heavy attack to power steal from the opponent and then cash out on the SP2, and then yeah, you just do a lot of damage after that. And so she is a DOT DPS, and the damage output, it might not seem like it's too much, but she is one of those characters where, like, it's a ton of small numbers that add up. Like right here, the SP2, it is like eating up Captain Marvel's health bar. Like, she is losing a lot of health, but it doesn't seem that way because of like the small numbers. But like, look at the health loss that is happening throughout the entire special attack. That SP2 was well over 100,000 plus. Like, it is a pretty strong SP2. So here I drop it again, got some nice crits there as well, and that was a beauty of a fight, man. That was like, what, 50 something seconds. But with Shothra, it's like more about the control of the fight. Like, once you have your power steal loop going, you just have the fight under your control. And speaking of control, we also have this Juggernaut fight right here, and this is a good showcase of her ability to just pretty much shut down any buff with the atrophy. Yeah, on the SP1 she inflicts an atrophy passive, and this is great for any buff with a duration, so most buffs in this game, to be honest. But yeah, here we go for the SP2, and this is a great, you know, great starting number. Like, not even fully ramped and she's doing pretty good damage already. So here I'm gonna go for a heavy attack charge, drop the SP1 just to build up more eggs, because the more eggs you have, the more like you'll have when you drop the SP2 to hatch them. So like, you'll have 500 hatched eggs, for example, and that is the max damage output for Shothra. And now the fight's just in our control. We drop the SP2 again, and yeah, man, it's just such a nice time with this character. The control that she has is so dang good, and like, once you're in that loop, it's so hard for the opponent to get out of it, so you are just in control the entire time. And yeah, there's a quick little damage and utility like first test for Shothra. Now we got Scream here, man. And Scream, like I said, she's one of the few 2024 champions that I feel like has a focus on damage, because her damage output is nasty, man. Like, this stuff is really, really good. So what you want to do is you want to drop the SP1 to build fervor buffs, and those fervor buffs just make your life a whole lot easier. They ramp her a lot faster. And now that you're ramped up with the fervors, you want to build to the SP2, drop the SP2 at 8 madness to cash out the maximum damage output, and yeah, drop the SP2, do numbers like that, man. That is crazy. And then just build to another one and the fight's just over. Like, she is going to be so good in Battlegrounds because that SP2 rotation would just one-shot anything. And like, this was complete overkill too, and it was like a 40 something second fight. So yeah, this character as a DPS is going to be disgusting, man. Like, genuinely going to be so dang good. And once we get, like, you know, the 7-star rank 3 version of this champion, like practically where we can have her at max sig, she's gonna be a whole different machine. But like, the rank 5 6-star is still doing really, really good work right now. But yeah, another thing about this character is she is so easy to ramp up as well, since you have an energized buff from her madness mechanic. So like, the 2 energized buffs just make her get to the SP2 a whole lot faster. So yeah, this character was obviously designed to just be a quick DPS, and right there, drop the SP2, insane damage right there. But the cool part is, with the Energize, we're just back into it immediately. So we go back in, drop the Relic into a combo to build more madness, into the SP2, and yeah, what do you know, it one-shots. There you go. That's Scream for you, man. What a DPS. Like, genuinely such a good damage dealer, and just so much fun to play as well. Okay, so if I sound different, it's because this is recorded a long time after what I recorded earlier, but I want to get some extra gameplay of these champions. So here I got some Battlegrounds footage of Shothra versus Maestro. Now Maestro was supposed to be, or like is honestly, like one of her best matchups, and I think it is a pretty good matchup. I think the Atrophy makes her a very strong Maestro counter, and the fact that like she can pretty much do all of her damage and all of her like utility, it can't really be stopped by its glancing. I like that about her, because yeah, like the Power Steal, it's while she is heavy charging and not attacking, and he cannot glance special attacks, so you pretty much counter that as well. Now there I kind of mess up, but he spared me right there, thankfully. And yeah, now we go for a heavy attack again into the SP2, and the damage output is pretty sweet, and that was like a 50-second Maestro fight, over 50,000 score as well. Pretty good stuff. Now we got some Footloose, and yeah, Footloose, one of the nodes I was expecting her to be very good for, and I was not surprised, because she is very, very good for Footloose. And like nodes where the buffs have a duration, ideally a small duration, because her Atrophy is not like a super one like Kindred's, for example, or like Mojo's. It's a bit less than theirs, but it still is pretty effective for these shorter buffs. So yeah, here I dropped the SP2, some pretty nice damage. He drops the SP1, and this is going pretty perfect so far. So I dropped the SP2 again, and yeah, now I gotta re-ramp my Wasp a little bit, so I have to go to the SP1 for a second, which is fine. So yeah, here I decided to just go for it, because, you know, fight's pretty much done, may as well just go all in, which I do, and yeah, there we go. The DOT does the job, and don't mind me missing that hit, that never happened. But anyway, yeah, now we got Miss Marvel here. Now Shothra, she gains bonus attack rating as she wins fights throughout the quest, so I think she was designed for questing, and that does kind of make sense, because you want to have, like, you know, your full parry stun duration to heavy charge, and in like Battlegrounds and Alliance War, that is gimped significantly with the Limber Mastery. So September was 2 for 2 on champions getting gimped by masteries. That's amazing. But yeah, here I dropped the SP2, damage output looking pretty dang nice. And yeah, here we go for a heavy charge again into another heavy charge in a second. And then we drop the SP2, and the damage output is just so nice, man. Like, once she's ramped up, once those wasps are built up, it is so dang satisfying. But now we got Scream here, we got some Alliance War gameplay. Yeah, I noticed that off season was still on, so I was like, okay, I'll just join with Scream, try to get some footage here. And yeah, Scream is honestly pretty great for Path 3, Section 2. And she's so good for it because of her Awakened ability, where against tech characters she can reduce the ability accuracy of armor ups by 25% per madness. So she starts the fight with 4 madness, so it's immediately just locked down. So yeah, that's why she's so good for like this lane specifically, especially if it's a tech character. If it's not a tech character, she will struggle a bit more, but you can just, you know, hit them and then they'll be armor broken. So yeah, she's going to be very good for this path. Better than Gladiator, I think overall maybe not, but if you want a cheap option for this path, I think Scream is better, since she doesn't need a Power Start 1 boost like Gladiator, and she doesn't need power backs either. So yeah, now I'm just going for the SP1 spam. I could go for SP3, which means I don't consume any madness whenever I want to drop a special attack, but I think going for SP1s is a-okay. Like, the name of this game is control and not really damage output, but to be fair, with the armor breaks, she's still hitting pretty dang hard, so like, she is genuinely really fine for this path. So here he drops the SP1, or no he doesn't, I just go all in, I drop the SP2, and that damage output, oh my gosh, like that was so much overkill, and that was such a clean fight for a 6-star Scream. now we have this Ultron fight here. And this is a good example of scenarios where I would take Scream over Gladiator. Now, I love Gladiator, like obviously he is my first ever and only rank 3 SIG 200 champion, but one thing about Gladiator that I do not like is the fact that his Vigilance, which reduces armor up ability accuracy, is so easily just like overridden by notes that increase ability accuracy. Now with Scream, it's the same thing for sure, right? Like just add on plus 200% ability accuracy and she is stopped. However, she has base armor break, so usually that counters any like armor up that bypasses her ability accuracy reduction. So yeah, having access to both the reduction and the base armor breaks is honestly huge for a character like Scream, and it does put her above some champions that just only have armor break or only have the ability accuracy reduction. So like having both of them, just a massive plus. And yeah, that's why I like this character a ton. I just see so much potential with her, and like her utility is just so good. It might be really niche and specific for certain classes, like literally, but it still is pretty solid stuff. Now here I go for the SP2 again, and yeah, the fight is over. The damage output, still a thing of beauty, like 47,000 burst damage there. Very sweet. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Just like a quick little sneak peek of these champions, you know, the rank up process, the crystal opening, pretty much had everything. Really fun to record, really fun to go over. So let me know your thoughts on these type of videos. Do you want to see them again, or do I just, you know, put them in the bin? I don't know. And yeah, that's about it for me.